Warning, the following program contains coarse language, mature content, and is intended for an adult audience.
I hope Hawkeye's on Captain America's team.
Oh, fuck that guy. I hope he shoots himself in the dick with a fucking boxing glove arrow. The fucking fuck. It's Tuesday, December 8th. It's been over a month since we've talked with you. We're back now. We missed you. It's the Mike and Rob Show. I'm Mike.
I'm Rob.
And we're going to talk to you about a bunch of different things today. It's December, so Christmas is right around the corner. I'm going to give you a lot of ideas for local places here in the city where you can get some stuff for your loved ones that are nerds. And we're going to talk about some of the events that are coming up.
A new trailer's hit for Civil War, and it raised more questions than it answers, plus some Star Trek news.
And, of course, as always, we're going to do Peak TV. We got some information about the new Star Trek show that's coming out, and our usual hodgepodge of all the different shows that we've watched this week. So, I don't know if you know this or not, but Pendragon Games, the Winnipeg institution that's been around for, since the dawn of time, finally closed its doors forever,
I heard all about this.
Last weekend. And so they had one 2-day blowout sale where they were getting rid of all of their books and all of their board games and everything else for ridiculously low prices. So he was selling all of his softcover books for $1, all of his hardcovers for $2, and then board games were anywhere between $5 and $20. So,
ridiculously low prices, going against his model for 30
exactly.
years.
For people who don't know about Pendragon here in Winnipeg, it was the only game in town for the longest time, and then until Campaign Outfitters came along and some of the other stores that are still around today. But he wasn't necessarily the easiest person to deal with, the guy who owned it, and he was a trailblazer. He was the only person that was doing this kind of thing in Winnipeg for ever. But yeah, it was ridiculous. We went down there and he had the entire store basically condensed to a basement and just boxes that you could rifle through. So
wow.
A friend of mine went and he picked up every single Star Wars 2nd edition role-playing book for I think it was $20
those are a little
total.
hard to come by, aren't they?
Everything in there was old. I
Yeah.
picked up board games some old Games Workshop stuff. I picked up Hero Quest, if you don't remember that game from when you were a kid
I
or
remember
whatever. But he had copies of that laying around. It was just it was just if you looked hard enough, you could pretty much find anything that you'd ever want to find.
Because he was charging full price for it until 3 days before.
Yeah, exactly.
I promise.
Yeah. Well, for the used stuff, the way that it was working was that he was charging eBay prices for it. So a game that was worth $200 on eBay, that was the price that he was charging for these used ones, and then he eventually just dropped all the prices down to $20 a game to get them out the door.
It's amazing it took him this long to go out of business.
Well, yeah, now, and the way he put it is A, he didn't want to do it anymore, but B, everybody and their dog is selling games now. You have
That's
chapters
true.
And everything else, and you can buy board games now. So
Yeah,
it's
a big
kind of
thing.
hard to be in that market or whatever. But so that was the thing that happened. Really, the only guy that is still around that would be kind of as venerable as John Mansfield was with Pendragon was Doug Salupa from Comic World. Now, I don't know if you ever remember going to Comic World when they were on Ellis, but he kept the business alive. It's just in Selkirk now, and it's this giant warehouse of madness.
Wow, that I didn't
yeah,
know.
it's a mail order business. Basically, the way that it works is that you can go to his site and you can browse through all the stuff that he's got, and it's a terrible website. It's just nothing but pages and pages of text. But you can actually find pretty much anything. He'll put it together for you, quote you a price, and then he'll bring it down to the Thrifty's Flea Market on Ellis.
Okay.
And you can just pick it up there or whatever and pay them when you come down or whatever.
That's cool.
So yeah, so it's pretty nice. But it's he's literally the only other kind of older person in town, because the Campaign Outfitters people sold out, and they're Imagine Games now, which is
I remember Camp Out, that's what we used to call it. Where was it located?
That was on Pembina. It was in
Pembina.
that little weird shit mall on Pembina, or strip mall.
It was in the strip mall. I remember that now.
Pembina,
We used to play Star Wars CCG tournaments there.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
I remember it pretty well. I remember when Comic World moved to that cool building on Portage after it shifted from its original location.
Yeah, that was
3 doors down from where on Portage and Donald, where Book Fair used to be.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
And
yeah,
I loved that building that Comic World moved into. It was so cool and old, and it's still there now. I don't know what it is anymore.
No, it's not that though. Yeah,
but I remember playing video games there and comic books to the ceiling. It was such a fun time.
Yeah, but he's got so much stuff. It's just crazy. But anyways, yeah. So that's a thing that happened this week. I guess there's been kind of a lot of local stuff that's actually happened to the good lately. There's a Winnipegger, former Winnipegger now. She's living out in BC, named Kris Trudeau, who actually just released a book, a sci-fi novel. She just published called Timeshift. So this is something that this is kind of new. Clayton kind of let us know about this one or whatever. But it's always cool when someone from here actually gets a chance to do something that's actually big enough to be considered news. So the book itself is about 3 teams are sent back to 3 different points in time in order to alter history and save humanity. So the website for the book is timeshift-novel.com, and we'll put the link down in the notes or up in the notes or side notes or wherever you guys want to go. But it sounds pretty cool, and the fact that she was able to release it, and
That's really great.
Yeah, like, I'm so happy for her. That's other than that, some upcoming events, and we realized that there's been kind of a gap between the last time we filmed and this time. So we're telling you about events that no matter when this gets published, you'll still probably be able to go to them.
Probably.
Probably, maybe. So James and the Giant Peach, the play version of it is premiering at Manitoba Theatre for Young People between December 11th and the 27th. So hopefully we'll be out before the 27th and you can buy tickets.
Curious what a stage production of this would look like.
Oh, it'd be amazing, I'm sure. Like,
yeah,
it's not the first time that it's actually been performed here, but from what I understand, that the play version is actually quite cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So and then the next thing is for all you stargazing geeks out there, Hammock Marsh is having an astronomy night on the 17th. Of December. So if you want to sign up for that, you can go to their website, and we'll put the link down in the notes. But that sounds really awesome as well. Like, depending on the weather, if it's anything like we've been having lately, which is
it'll be a great
clear
night.
Nights or whatever, it's going to be an awesome
It'll be a really
event.
great experience.
And then for the wrestling nerds in the audience, WWE's here on December 20th, and there's still tickets available. So
it's been a while since they've been here.
It's been a little while, yeah. We haven't had live wrestling here for a little bit, but they're here December 20th at the MTS Center. Still tickets available. I really want to go because I love wrestling. It's so much fun to watch live.
I seriously thought about going when they announced it because I've started to watch wrestling again over the past few months. Like, I haven't missed an episode of SmackDown or Raw since August.
Well, since the whole John Cena meme thing has come out, even my kids are like, "Yeah, we should go watch wrestling." I'm like, "What the hell?" I did.
Cena's not even part of the show right now.
No, but it's just, you know, they're actually interested in it now, or they actually look at it now because of this whole madness that's been going on for the last couple months.
I've found it to be mostly quite watchable. A lot of the new talent I wasn't familiar with, I am now.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun. The women's wrestling has evolved leaps and bounds over
Since
I
we were a
remember
kid,
it being,
yeah.
well, not even since when I was a kid. I mean, I was watching in the early 2000s when Trish Stratus was absolutely the top of the heap in terms of women wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's like 6 or 7 girls that are every bit, if not more talented than she is.
Oh, yeah,
it's come a long way, and it's really great to see.
And that's the thing, you know, people are like, "Oh, wrestling's all fake" or whatever. I mean, the outcome for the match is sometimes scripted like that, but I mean, the athleticism that goes into like the actual performance of it,
that part's not scripted.
the bodies just get broken doing this kind of thing. So I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for the people who are kind of involved in the day-to-day and the production for it. Cool trivia fact: I'm actually friends with someone who's cousins with Chris Jericho. And he had a lot to tell her about just kind of like what life on the road was like or whatever. So Y2J, he's probably
I love those stories. I read Mick Foley's biography. I read Kurt Angle's. It's fascinating stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, it's it's not an easy life to do, but you certainly you have to be in, like, you know, really peak shape to actually be a person in this organization now. So yeah, so that's happening, and that's pretty much it for events. I mean, other than, you know, just Christmas, which I mean, we probably won't be filming before Christmas. I don't know, maybe we will. But
they did a Christmas holiday train thing at the old Safeway on Ness near my place, Ness and Sturgeon. They appropriated it, and they put some kind of a holiday indoor train thing inside a huge old Safeway.
Oh,
so
weird.
I'm curious about this. It's not just train themed, but it's also holiday themed.
Secret Safeway train.
Secret Safeway train.
Secret Safeway train near where Rob lives. He'll give you his personal address.
I'll put the address up for it because I've seen it.
All right, so then that'll be up on the notes as well. So secret train. Woo!